to more injuries and more adversity?
I think pretty well. I think at this point we're kind of getting used to it, even if we wouldn't want to. But I think those type of things just make us stronger, and we're just ready for any type of challenge. So I think overall we're responding pretty well. But it gets tough, obviously. Mentally it can be tiring, but we just stick together.
Lou, what was the meeting like when it was decided that you were not going to play the game the other day?
Yeah, I think there's some good to it. I believe everything happens for a reason. So, maybe we kind of needed those few days of stretch before another game. Obviously, it's unfortunate. You never want to be short in a team like that to not be able to play a game. But again, I think it's maybe what we needed, and now we're gonna be ready for the next one.
When you were at Fairfield last year, did you know they were going through all this when you were there?
No, not as much. There's always injuries, and I had to go through that during COVID year, which was my junior year, not last year. But that was really the year that was more like harder on the team. But last year, it wasn't as many injuries and going through go through all of that. I think this is definitely the toughest year basketball-wise for that. But again, we're trying to stick together.
How do you guys find joy in such a challenging time? Like, what do you do either individually or as a group for that?
We live together, so especially right now, winter break. We have movie nights. We just try to find time to be together, spend as much time together, and find those little things that can make us happier, and then be ready whenever we have to play a game.
As one of the veterans on this team, having to deal with younger people who may not be seeing the floors, like particularly Nesh, what have you been able to impart on them in terms of how to keep their heads up, since they're being leaned on now when before they were probably just going to win?
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely making them more mature and more, stronger to have to deal with that their freshman year. But, just being there for them and, making them feel that they don't have too much pressure on themselves, and, that they're not just, not all the pressure is on them, and there's still other people. And just making them feel comfortable, and not, because it's tough as a freshman to go through all of that, and having just half the team being able to play. But I think that it's been a few months now, and I think they're getting used to it, and you can tell that, for example, especially Inesh is maturing a lot since she got here.
I know you weren't here last year, but has it hit you like how wild it is that with everything that this team has been through, it's now that you don't have enough bodies to play a game?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because I heard a lot from last year, and I know this team had to go through a lot. Also with COVID, which luckily this year is not as much of a problem. But I really didn't expect that, it would be 2 years in a row for them to go through that. And now me having to go through that, I can, I know what they meant when they were saying that it was really tough last year. And so it's crazy. You don't really know why all of that is happening, what type of karma it is, but I always believe that in tough times like that, there's always gonna be a beautiful ending to it. So hopefully that's what's gonna be.
Have you been hearing from Gino at all? Have you been FaceTiming or anything like that?
We heard from him. He's I think resting as much as possible, and we don't know how much. We don't really know when he's coming back or anything like that. But what we're hoping right now is just that when he comes back, he feels stronger and just better overall to be able to coach us for the rest of the season.
What are the biggest differences between how he conducts an in-game huddle versus how CD does?
It's it's a different type of energy, but I think CD is doing a great job at still keeping that energy, and with the rest of the coaching staff too. We don't see that much of a difference. I think they've worked together for so many years that she knows what she's doing, and she knows how to coach us, and I mean it shows. She's undefeated whenever she coaches, so it's still great to have her even at practice, but hopefully we hope that soon the team can be really full capacity, the coaches included. Yeah.
How much pride do you take in the fact that there hasn't really been any drop in the standard? You guys are still playing UConn basketball, winning by a lot, and despite you may only have 7 players sometimes, but a lot of teams might have folded in that situation. How much pride do you take in the fact that there really hasn't been any of that from you?
No, we're definitely proud of ourselves. I think that we're put in a tough situation, and I think we keep playing UConn basketball, and we keep respecting the standard that it's always been, and I think that just shows how strong we are and how committed and we are to this team and this program, and it's not like a challenge like that, especially that they've been through last year too, that we want to impact us in a negative way. So we try to stay UConn and just be UConn as much as possible.
When you talk about the different energies that CD has compared to Juno, what do you mean by that? What does that look like?
Well, it's I feel like you can tell that she enjoys also sometimes having that position, and she's sometimes saying more jokes and having. I think it's just a different type of vibe with her at practice too, and it's just I think that people enjoy it too. I think it creates a good atmosphere in the team, and yeah. But I think she just she tries to have a good impact on us, and she knows that it's not being easy for us. So she's really understanding for that.
When you were visiting UConn or deciding where to spend the next part of your college career, how much did you interact with CD when you're going through that process?
Yeah, she was during my visit. Obviously, Morgan is the one who recruited me, but I was talking to CD, especially for also academic side, and she kind of has that role of a mom or. And it's been nice to interact with her, and she's also pretty honest. She doesn't go different ways to tell you something, and you can tell that she's been here for a long time, and it just made me want to be a part of this more, just because of the experience of the coaching staff here.
Mm-hmm.